Hey professor, I'm sorry. I might be reading from my computer because I'm here all the way in Tampa for a conference for work. So I didn't find a printer here in the hotel, so I'm gonna be like looking at the screen. So here we go. When analyzing paragraphs 16 through 18 from James Joyce's short story Araby, the two most important passages with that section are the transition from childhood to manhood and the contrast between imagination and reality. Joyce is right. From the front window, I saw my companions playing below in the streets. Their cries reached me weakened and indistinct, and leaning my forehead against the cold glass, I looked over at the dark house where she lived. I may have stood there for an hour, seeing nothing but the brown-clad figure cast by my imagination, touched discreetly by the lamplight at the curved neck, at the end upon the railings, and the border below the dress. 96. In this quote, the author starts by showing the boy's indifference towards his companions, playing below the streets. By him calling him companions, it shows how unimportant they had become in his life. The boy could have called them friends, but at the moment they were just the people that he used to play with. Also, their cries didn't have any effect on him. The author describes how he was weakened by the time it reached him. Their cries and even their laughter were enough to get his attention anymore. He had already transitioned from a boy to a man. The best example can be seen when he was looking at the house that belongs to the girl. By visualizing the brown clad figure formed by his imagination, he becomes more mature, in the sense that he is sexually aware of the desires females. This is a drastic leap from the carefree, innocent boy he once was, and all those childish games he witnessed from outside the window seem even more juvenile and unimportant. Essentially, the narrator unlocks the door that was stopping him from growing. He was no longer the guy that would watch her door every morning while laying on the floor. Joyce 94. He made up his mind. He wanted something more than seeing her from afar. He was ready to make a step further, and he proved it when he accepted the quest to the bazaar. Joyce 95. He had become a man. This quote also portrays the contrast between reality and imagination. In the story, the boy is in love with the girl, and she's the main reason of his ultimate dreams. As he would be contemplating her door, I imagine that he would be fantasizing about her and questioning what she would be doing at the moment. The boy describes how he had hardly patience with the serious work of life, which now that it stood between him and his desire. Joyce 96. He was already thinking of giving up everything for her, even though he did not know her name. The only thing that mattered was his quest to find his beloved, the perfect girl, the perfect gift to impress her. He had everything planned in his head. His imagination was overcoming his reality. As a matter of fact, he disregarded the fact of his lack of money and many obstacles on the way to promised land. However, every love story has an end. His arrival to the store was the most astonishing moment because the blindfold fantasy was removed because he had the best view of the girl. Her pureness and innocence might have drawn his attention in the first place. However, as he was looking for the perfect gift for the perfect girl, he notices how life wasn't as perfect. The young lady flirting with the two gentlemen, making seem how his beloved could turn out like the um, lascivious lady, Joyce 98. Her perfections would go eventually, as his quest was useless. In the end, reality overcame his imagination, and with anger he realized as he was a creature driven and derived by vanity. Joyce 99. I hope you like it, and that was my short response.